Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. Well, g'day guys and welcome back. And I did say that if I do have any more issues with my John Deere 410 backhoe loader, that I would make another video. So what's happened since the last video is the machine was working perfectly. I've spent about 3 or 4 hours this morning working with the machine and digging up this rock. I'm building a dry wall down near the house there, so the machine's working perfectly. And then all of a sudden I noticed I had nothing on the hydraulics, and immediately jumped off the machine and had a look, and lo and behold, I had blown a hose. Now I've released that, obviously. I've been working on that for the last few hours, and it's actually the hose off the main pump. That one carries a lot of pressure. Yeah, so, and it blew in a spot on the hose where it had been rubbing for a long time. And I'm just wondering, it's led me to think whether the new pressure control valve, or the one that I repaired and shimmed up and did all that, has contributed to that blowing. I'm not sure. It seems, like I say, that the hose, it seems to have blown in a spot where you would expect it to. It's a place where it was rubbing on the machine itself. It's in a rotten spot, and it really is. I need to remove a couple of other hoses to pull it out. But yes, so I'm just wondering whether those shims that I added into the pressure control valve weren't there when I pulled them out for a reason. Perhaps the previous owner was having problems with the hose blowing, and so he took the shims out and might have taken care of it. Don't know exactly what's going on there. So anyway, I shall go ahead and pull this hose out and give you a look at where it's blown, and I might actually take a couple of shims out and see how we go with the new hose and without the shims. Yeah, right, so it's taken me probably about an hour to get that out. It was a very, very tight little spot, and when I did get it out, I found the culprit, and there it is there. Not sure if you can see that at all. This little bugger here. That's all it was, and you would not believe the amount of fluid that I lost. I probably lost in about 30 seconds. You know, there would have been 5, 6, maybe 10 litres. Just out it came, and I can see where this has been rubbing on something, and I think when it goes back it'll need a sleeve or something like that. But the trouble is, the spot that it's in is just, there's not much room there. That's the only problem. So anyway, I'll have to go off to the hydraulic people out of town, and we'll get a new hose made up. And I will take those 2 little shims out. You might recall in my last video I did show you some shims, and they're on the schematic actually of the assembly, and for some reason they weren't in the assembly, as I mentioned before, when I took it out in the worn parts. And I'm just wondering whether the previous people that had the machine took them out for a reason, whether it was blowing this hose on them, I don't know. That hose there doesn't look as old as the other hoses that are on it, but it is over at least 20 or 22 years old, because that's how long I've had the machine. Anyway, we'll go and spend some more money. Yeah, so just to give you an idea of what I was doing when it blew this morning, and what I've been doing with it, and these are the sorts of things that this machine has helped me do. You know, building a wall here as a retaining wall, quite a big job, you know, quite a lot of rocks to go in and fill to go in the back, and I'm nearly there, and I was here and I went to get another bucket of rocks, and that's when it blew. So very annoying. After, you know, I've been working with it for 4 hours, it's going beautifully. So yeah, the machine for me is very, very handy. As I said before, it's my right arm. I do absolutely everything with it. So let's get it going again. Right guys, I'm under the backhoe. I'm having another bath in oil, I just had a shower, got rid of the last set of clothes I had on because I was soaked. I was absolutely soaked in hydraulic oil. It really, when you're working on those machines, it is really hard not to get wet with oil because it just pisses out of everything like this, you know. It's just really, pardon me, shouldn't be swearing on YouTube. Anyway, I've just taken the 2 shims out that I've got in the control valve. So there they are there in my hand. They're that small that you can barely see them. I don't know if you can see that, you probably can. But the tolerances on, you know, these types of things, they're very fine, and it only takes a little bit more pressure. I'd say that hose was fairly weak. The one that has just blown was fairly weak from rubbing onto the Backhoe chassis, and that's what's caused it to blow up. But just that little bit of extra pressure, I think, might have done it, or it's just a coincidence. But just to be safe, I'll take those 2 shims out and see how she performs. Okay, so we've got the machine working and we've put a new hose in, obviously. Now, a bit of a story to that. I took the hose down to the hose doctors and they made a new hose up for me, and I brought it back and put it in and went to put the last connection in under here, and it was the wrong connection. So what they'd done is they had put the wrong connector on one end of the hose, and I had to do the whole job again, so I've done it twice. They were very, very apologetic, and they actually gave me some presents, and they were very nice people. I've been dealing with them for years, and finally got the job done and stopped all the leaks, and it seems to be running very well. So let's see how we go. Hopefully there won't be another post of the JD410 loader problem after this one. So that's all going. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video, and more than likely it'll be about another subject, and I'm hoping that's the case. Bye for now.